Hi guys, how's it going? So today, as it says down there, we are looking at my tripod setup. So today, as I mentioned, we are looking at my tripod setup. I've never really gone over my tripod setup before, however I've recently upgraded somewhat. I will go through what I was using a couple of years ago and show you kind of the upgrade path that I've been on and what I'm using now. So this is the Manfrotto twin leg kit as it's called on Amazon, but I think its technical name is the MV502 kit, I think. It depends which website you go on, what it's called. There is all sorts of different names for it, but I know I'm using the Manfrotto 502 AH head, which is a flat base head, which with this tripod setup I have got a 75mm bowl adapter, and I keep looking down because I'm looking at the tripod, but it's a 75mm bowl adapter to go onto the tripod legs, which take, as I say, a 75mm bowl. This is seriously beneficial for what I was using, because before it was that same flat base head on a normal non-bowled tripod, which meant I would have to use the legs, like the height adjustable legs, to set the tripod up, obviously, but I would have to use that to get it flat, which is very, very difficult to do in a pinch, whereas with this I can get the legs mostly there, and using the bowl I do have that ability to angle and get the actual head perfectly level, which obviously means that I don't have wonky video and stuff, which is going to be excellent. Obviously using those old legs with a photography head worked, because the photography head that I've got is a ball head, which does again obviously allow it to adjust and become level, but when it comes to using the video head, obviously I've never had that, so having the ball adapter with the these tripod legs, or sticks as they're called in the industry, means that I do have the ability to level the tripod. So here I just thought I'd throw in a couple of glam shots, kind of showing examples of the fluid and the smooth pans and the tilts and all this kind of stuff that you can get when you're using a fluid head like the one I'm using now. I have had this head specifically for a little while. This whole video is showing off this combined with a 75mm bowl adapter that I mentioned and twin tripod legs. This setup is obviously a lot better for various reasons, which I'll be going over in more detail in the segment directly after this one. But for now I just thought I'd show you a couple of glam shots of the smooth movement that you can get with a fluid head and why it's a really, really valuable thing to have on set. And this is just a quick shot of behind the scenes from shooting Secrets, where I was actually using the fluid head for this too. Next we're going to look at setting up and the tripod itself. So after looking at those clips of what this tripod and a fluid head can do and how smooth you can get it, I thought I'd do a little short segment here just kind of going over the actual kit that I use within this tripod setup and really diving into it a bit more. To begin with is the actual legs themselves, or as they are actually known in the industry, they're called sticks, or the tripod legs, whatever you want to call them. There's multiple names. As there is an image hopefully coming up of my older photography setup that uses a ball head on the top and just single sticks, whereas video tripods usually use twin leg designs, as it is slightly wider base, slightly stronger, a bit better for holding heavier camera rigs. And while this is slightly unconventional in the fact that it's somewhere halfway between photography sticks and video sticks, because normal, traditional video sticks, the twin leg design, it kind of, there's the bars, then inside, then a single one, or in two-stage, just twin and then a single. Whereas with these, they're all inside each other, so they come out from inside each other, as I can kind of show here. It stays in the same thing rather than being in different layers. However, this isn't an issue really. It's a really nice in-between stage. That's why I went to this before going to a full-size video head and tripod setup because this is a nice in between. It's lighter and a bit easier to carry and stuff than like the bigger video tripods, but it's a bit more sturdy, a bit more suited to video than a photography tripod. After we've got the sticks, we then have the head, in which case is this. This is the Manfrotto 502AH. Normally it is without this thing on the bottom. This is a bowl adapter. This is something that allows me to attach it straight to this. This is why I really like this head and generally enjoy heads that have this feature. It's actually a flat base head, which is how I was able to mount it to traditional photography sticks as opposed to having to have a bowl adapter like this. By attaching this adapter, as I said, it does mean I can attach it to a bowl, which gives the benefit of being able to level the head, which is something that I wasn't easily able to do previously while using this head on a flat base sticks, because I would have to level the tripod based on the height of the 3 tripod legs, which made it incredibly difficult to get it perfectly flat. Whereas this, it's a case of I get the sticks most of the way there, get this, and then with a little bubble level that is on the tripod head here, you can very simply line it up and it's level. To tighten it off, you've also got this little handle on the bottom that normally attaches to the bottom, which you can kind of see here, and you simply just screw that on, and then once you've got it level, it's there, you just level, tighten it off. Now that's level, ready to take a camera, and you can shoot. Along with the head, there is a handle. This handle attaches to the side via a very standard 1/4 inch mount. Speaking of which, the tripod head attaches, it has a 3/8 inch thread on the bottom of it, which is the standard for tripod heads. So yeah, you've got this on, you unlock that and you can push it around. You can unlock this lock at the side here, and you can go up and down. That's how you get your tilt, your pan, and with this big dial thing on the side, it introduces fluid to the system, and with it for the tilt, and if I turn this one at the bottom, I get it for the pan, and you see you can get nice smooth movement as opposed to quick and rapid, which you can get if you loosen it all the way off. So yeah, that is the Manfrotto 502AH tripod setup. Going to conclude now. Let's go. So to conclude, this tripod setup is excellent. It's really lovely having a proper traditional style video tripod setup with the half bowl adapter, so I can easily level the head, and it has nice smooth motion with the fluid handle. It even has some 3/8 inch attachment ports on the side, just so you can attach the monitor arm or something to that as opposed to the camera. Not my ideal situation, but it's there if that's the kind of style you want. This tripod is definitely a bit bigger and heavier than a traditional photography tripod, but it works really well. It's great for video. It takes a whole rig quite happily. DSLR style, of course. If you wanted to go up to something like, I don't know, a C300 or a Red, you definitely want something a bit beefier than this if you're rigging those cameras out. But for a GH4 like I shoot on, or a 5D, or anything DSLR kind of sized and weight kind of ballpark, then this is going to be great for you. The head is roughly £200, roughly, and it's about the same for the legs. The adapter's about 40 quid, so in all, it's not cheap, but when you're doing video production, it's definitely beneficial to have a solid set of tripod legs and a really good fluid head, so that you can get really nice smooth shots and you can be nice and stable even when you've got a rig on there. Thank you all for watching, hope you've enjoyed, adios.